Hello, I'm going to talk you through everything you need to know about managing leave types, rules, and accruals in AttendanceBot. So as with many things, I'm here in the settings dashboard. I'm going to jump to vacation management module. And I'll start here on the leaves section. So this is going to bring me to leave balances, which is a helpful screen to kind of browse. I'll see everyone on my team, their balances for various types of leave, and I can filter by departments or specific leave types if I want a quick view. That said, while you're setting up your team, you're definitely going to be spending more time in the leave types and quotas. So moving over to this tab here. Here I have a list of all of my active leave types. So I could switch this toggle off and I'll see some of the other ones that I'm not currently using. They may be our defaults, they may be ones you're experimenting with. I'm going to keep it clean, turn on only active types. Of course, it's as easy as inactivating here. Now, if I don't see what I'm looking to see, I can either rewrite one of these or really simply create a new type of leave and go through this full flow. I'm actually going to show you editing a leave, even though it's really an identical process. So let's take an example leave. So maternity, paternity. Here's the little pencil button to edit. And so here's the leave name. I can rename that. I think really key right under here is the keywords that AttendanceBot is going to look for. So this is really to give you the flexibility based on whatever customs or patterns you have with your employees, what you're searching for. And so those requesting leave for maternity, paternity, etc., we can add, we can delete right here. This color code, not super important for you, but you can change it. And then three other major settings on this first tab of leave are privacy, comments, and employee availability. So privacy relates to whether others, whether others are able to see the type of leave that is being taken. So typically, others on a team or anyone who has visibility to someone else's leaves will see whether they're free or not. Are they accessible or not? But in this case, maternity, paternity leave, we're keeping it private, and that's right here. For the comments, when you request this leave, do you want to require employees to comment on a why or how long or something like that? Up to you. Can be done with various types of leave. And then finally, employee availability. So some types of leave like work from home or working in the Denver office, those types of leave you may want to show as available. So, when it's going to other calendars, when it's in the AttendanceBot calendar, it shows that they can be contacted. That's just the location that they're at. Alternatively, for this type of leave, it's most likely that they're not available, so we're going to keep them as unavailable to show they're out of office. So that's everything on this basic leave settings screen. You can save it from here, go back in, but I'm going to jump straight to accruals. So this has to do with how many hours are accrued each year, etc. Let's walk through. So our basic, and we'll talk through alternatives, is that this type of leave is going to apply to everyone. And we'll walk through that scenario. So it's active right now. Is it an unlimited or limited type of leave? So sick leaves are often unlimited, or maybe work from homes are unlimited. But this is a limited type of leave, which is going to mean typically that it requires approval, although that is a setting down here. So you have 100% control over the period that leaves are accruing, how much is accrued in that period, is there rollover year to year, how much, and also is there a cap on how much you can get to by just sitting on those types of leaves. Other little things, can you have a negative balance? Can you take individual hours? So maternity, paternity, maybe not, something like PTO. More likely that you're going to be able to take, say, 2 or 3 hours at the end of a day, end of a week, or maybe just half days. So those I think are all the rest of the accrual rules that you need to keep an eye on. But one last thing that I do want to call out. So just because this type of leave, maternity, paternity, exists and there may be a general rule for everyone, you can create subsets of groups that have different versions or different rules for the same type of leave. So you don't have to kind of recreate a new leave for every set of individuals who has a different set of rules applying to them. So here where we see everyone, if you want to create a new kind of segment for this leave, you're going to go to create a new set. And the two default ways that we have that you can segment is by the office they're in, by the tenure they have, or some combination of the two. Super simple when you're creating this. You're basically saying this is relevant only to Denver office, otherwise that the everyone leave rules apply. And then for tenure, you're setting the number of months that this is relevant to. Of course, it's important if you're setting these tenure-based rules that you've already set up for your employees their start dates in the background, so AttendanceBot can do the calculation for you. In this case, maybe I'll say first 2 years we have this monthly accrual of 2 days of leave and no annual cap, 0 rollover. Let's say 10 days of rollover, and then we can save, and those are the new rules for the leave. That's pretty much everything you need to know. You have 100% control here, but just really closing out briefly other admin tasks within the leave module. Typically, leaves that require approval go to their manager as assigned in AttendanceBot, but there are other ways, other kind of levels or directions of approval flow that you can set up in these approval settings. And then finally, the calendar is where you can see, of course, a calendar of your team's leave. This is going to be similar to if you've integrated with another calendar. But I think really importantly is here's where you're going to be able to set specific holidays that you may adhere to, team events, or of course blackout dates when employees, teammates are unable to request leave on a specific day. All of that happens here on the leave calendar. That's where those rules exist. So enjoy playing around.